We are now into Unit 2, Ratios and Proportions. We will start this unit by looking at ratios. Vocabulary. A ratio is a comparison of two numbers using division. So we have three ways we can write ratios. I had to adjust that formatting there, but three ways. We can use the fraction bar, which is shown right here. We can use the colon, or the word to between two amounts. All those things are referring to the saying A to B. So we're comparing two things, A to B, in division. So we're going to write a ratio three different ways to compare the numbers 5 and 2. The order is really important when we do this. So one way we can do it is to literally write 5 to 2. Next, we can write the fraction form, 5 over 2, which also means 5 to 2, or we use the colon. All those mean the same thing, 5 to 2. Equivalent ratios are like equivalent fractions. The two ratios have the same value. So, for example, 4 to 1 is the same as 8 to 2. 3 to 1 is the same value as 6 to 2. And 7 to 1 is the same as 14 to 2. Just like fractions. If it helps you, I would write these all as fractions so you can see how they relate. So our example here, we have a table that compares the spring training records of 3 baseball teams. So we'll start by writing a ratio of 3 different ways, comparing Padres wins to Padres losses. Feel free to pause it now if you want to try it yourself, or to keep it on as I will keep moving. The Padres won 16 games. They lost 11 games. So we have 16 to 11. 3 different ways. Next we have Padres wins to Dodgers wins. So the Padres won 16 games. So the Dodgers won 18 games. Like fractions, ratio should always be in lowest terms. So 16 to 18 becomes 8 to 9. And once we do it one time, we know we can just have 8 to 9 moving forward. Lowest terms always. And finally, we're going to compare Cubs losses to Dodgers wins. So the Cubs lost 14. The Dodgers won 18. So we have 14 over 18, lowest terms, 7 to 9. Use the word to or the colon. Now, try this one on your own. It's a word problem. You're waiting in line for an hour and a half to ride a roller coaster. The actual ride lasts 2 minutes. Write a ratio comparing the length of time you spent in line to the amount of time spent on the ride. We want ratios to be kind of in the same unit. So, if we're in line for an hour and a half, that is actually 90 minutes. So in line, we have 90 minutes. Never hurts to label. And the actual ride was 2 minutes long. Lowest terms, we'll leave it as 45 minutes in line, 1 minute on the ride. Now, it looks like a fraction. So as we learned before, 45 over 1 equals 45. However, ratios must show the two comparisons. So you want to leave the answer as 45 to 1. We have the fraction form. We can write it with the word to, or we can write it with the colon. This concludes your lesson on ratios.